So I'm here with Bosco and Alex from You Can Cook. And first of all, guys, congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Alex, if we start with you, could you just give us a brief overview of what You Can Cook is all about?
Sure. You Can Cook was set up by Bosco 16 years ago. We have been working across Scotland since then, trying to take cooking to people who have disconnected. So all of us need to eat. An awful lot of us don't know how to cook. It affects our budget, it impacts on our health. And so when we started, I think everyone used to not really get it. They sort of looked at us like we were a bit weird. But actually it's now very much on the agenda. It's now recognised that what you're eating, your diet, impacts your mental health directly. And so it's really important. So people really are listening. We work with housing associations, we work in education, and there's an awful lot of work to be done, and we can see that people want to learn because we have people that turn up all the time. And these are some groups that come from very challenging backgrounds, so it's good fun. We try to make it enjoyable. Well, it is good fun, and we walk away knowing that we have impacted on people's individual lives.
And can you tell me a little bit more about how the workshops generally run and what the sort of format is during those?
So we're mobile. We turn up at a venue and working with our clients, and we will cook two recipes. It depends, it changes depending on the audience, and sometimes we'll do a savoury and a sweet, but sometimes it has to have a dietary requirement included. But the focus is around it being uncomplicated, reachable. And so we will sometimes just do something as simple as macaroni cheese, so that an awful lot of people will buy a packet and add some water. So we're saying, actually, you don't need to do that. You can do it. It's very easy. So it's simple, it's accessible, and we also are budget friendly, and we're supporting people with managing the budget. So again, that's very much a focus now at this time, because people are really struggling with their budget. So we can say, you know, this is going to cost you £1 a head. And actually then you've got a little bit of money if you want to get a packet of fish and chips at the end of the week.
Okay, and Bosco, if I can bring you in briefly, in terms of the workshops, and is there anything on the horizon that's being introduced in the next few months, perhaps?
Well, probably next year, early next year, it's the final piece of the puzzle, which is You Can Eat. People are still buying ready meals, and when I looked at the ready meal market, it still has what I call a lot of crap in it, which is unhealthy, which causes health problems even more for people. And so we have already started work on it. It will be based in Edinburgh, and the council has given us approval of it. So what we're going to do is cook meals, like 60 to 100 meals. And the idea is to sell it in some local shops where people can go and pick up a wholesome meal with no additives, no preservatives, nothing in it. And it probably would be cheaper than what is currently available. But also, because we're a social enterprise, 20% of it will be given to people on low income or disadvantaged communities who can't afford it. So part of our ethos of our organization is 80% to sell and make the money, 20% to give it to people who can't afford. So that's what's on the horizon at the moment.
Okay, and Alex, we come back to you, and you mentioned earlier about mental health and the connection with food. Can you go into a little bit more detail on that for us?
I'm not a scientist, so no, not strictly. But I think that we underestimate the impact of food on our health, and I think if there is a direct connection between if you're struggling with your health, it can impact on your mental health. But actually, we have so much. We're fighting a food industry which is enormous, which is allowed to deliver poor quality. And I think that it's so complicated now that people find it difficult to actually access normal, straightforward ingredients, to put them together into a meal on a daily basis. And if you go back 100 years, you know, you didn't have the same issues. And I think people made the most of what they had. And I think now people don't know what that skill is. And I think giving people a skill builds your resilience, which definitely impacts long-term on your mental health anyway.
And just finally, in terms of when those people who do come to your workshops and take part in them, what's the best result from you and Bosco's perspective in terms of what they take away? Is it a case of I've learnt a skill and I've gained a new appreciation for cooking, perhaps?
So I recognise in the groups that we work with that everyone comes to you at a different point in their journey with food. So I think the takeaway can be really varied. So one of them might be, it can be confidence, I can make that. Didn't realise it was so easy. Or it could just be an inspiration thing. But it could also be just a wake-up moment. Wow, I haven't really thought about this. So we're supporting them with information and guidance, and actually saying this can be really good fun. So I think lots of people, I think by turning up, it's the continued attendance that I think is I recognise as being a sign for me that we're delivering what people want, but also that that they tell you, we love this. And I think, one workshop recently we made, we listened to people, and somebody wanted to make French onion soup, so we did it. We couldn't boil up the bones, and so we tailored that to the situation, and we used red onions. And one of our users has been going through cancer treatment and had just had some good news that day. So she turned up with her hair, her chemo wig, and it was a sort of purple colour, but so was the onion soup that she'd asked us to make, so it was really cute. And so I have a photo.
Yeah.
And I think that social is really important as well. But yeah, no, we love the work we do.
Well, congratulations on your awards, and thanks very much, both of you, for taking the time to speak to us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.